What's up? What's up? What's up, chat? How's it going? How's it going? Hope it's all good. Hope it's all good. Just want to give my recap for today. Today is the 20th of the 8th, 2025. And a big lesson here. No wonder why this, if you guys are wondering why this recap is super late, I was, uh, I was waiting for a trade actually. Um, and I didn't stick to my rules. Normally I am on the charts market open for about 2 hours. If I don't find a move there, I should have just turned it off because I know that anything after like 10 o'clock my time, your trade will end up to about taking longer to about 12, and that's when New York opens and new money floods the market and manipulation and things like that. So yeah, big lesson here. The 1 hour time frame. The first mistake I did um, was um, was taking a trade past 2 hours after market open. I should be on the charts 2 hours max. If I don't find something, just turn it off. But I was hungry today and I missed twice again. Um, so just want to explain my thought process, which at this time um, I decided to go for buys on Euro USD and GBP USD, breaking down Euro USD. First of all, I made the mistake again of not checking where equilibrium lies between the swing leg and the swing high and the swing low. That way, when this low was put in, we made this high, we made this low. Um, I'm wanting to see if sellers will step in again here, which I should have checked, but I didn't. That's another mistake. Another one being that I thought I could flip this 1 hour gap, thinking that I could take it up to these highs, um, which uh, even though this fair value gap was previously mitigated, um, we also had liquidity resting up here as well. And I talked about liquidity being inside of a zone. It could be a nice reversal play of these 1 hour gaps, especially when liquidity lies in them as well. And I decided to still, since we had this nice bullish kind of run here, I thought that we could definitely take out these highs since we were already in a bullish trend. Stupid mistake, shouldn't have done it again. Something to learn from. What's it called? Yeah. Uh, First mistake, trading past my hours. Second mistake was not checking equilibrium to see that we were in a premium to go down lower. Um, but in terms of my entries, I do feel like they are getting better. Like we had this 5 minute gap here, and the mistake I made last time was just playing off. Let's say that we were in a yeah, we can use this for an example. We break structure here, we're in an uptrend, and after we get a liquidity sweep, a high time frame liquidity sweep, after a 5 minute inversion, um, let's I decide to play off that. We get a retest into here before continuing down lower. But what price does is that if I can find the tool, um, where is it? Somewhere here. Sorry guys. Just trying to find specific tool I'm after. Oh, this one. Let's just say we're in an uptrend. And price decides, actually, let me, this is a bad example. Let's just say price is in an uptrend. and then we get that high time frame sweep, which will be here. And let's just say we had a bunch of fair value gaps here. So what I used to do before, I would try get in early so I wouldn't miss the move, and my stops will be protected at protected high. I would try and get in here. But the mistake I made before was that price would just fill in these gaps or even these gaps before continuing the trend again. So now I'm kind of, for my confluences, I'm kind of waiting for um, between the swing leg, I'm kind of waiting for at least two of these fair value gaps to be disrespected before I can take a trade out, taking out these lows here. But yeah, it's something I'm continuing to work on. Not perfect, but yeah, learning. Interesting. Ideally, I should be on the charts for an hour. Um, but yeah, today was super forced, super forced, stupid trade. Um, yeah, and that is that trade. So continuing on. Continuing on, we move on to Euro USD. And again, market opened around here. We had a nice push up. I'm thinking that we can hold this 5-minute gap. Oh, wait, I didn't show my entries on GBP USD. So on the 5-minute, we had this fair value gap here. It disrespected, but at the time, this gap was holding. So then I went to the 1-minute. I'm like, okay, cool. What's the 1-minute looking like? I see. Where is it? Oh, here we go. I see we disrespect this fair value gap, but we also tap into this 5-minute in the leg, thinking that it will hold, not knowing that we had a sweep and in a 1 hour fair value gap. Super stupid of me. But we had an inversion gap here, which we flipped, and I kind of just entered on actually. It was kind of hard that I didn't do this as soon as the trade took me out. But yeah, I kind of entered once we had that bullish push up, and stops were below this inversion fair value gap, just in case price wanted to tap into this because it was still unmitigated. To continuing higher to at least take out these highs and even these highs. I mean, to continue that bull run pressure, that bullish pressure. But yeah, that was that trade. It's funny. Now we get some nice manipulations down, take out these lows, hit an unmitigated 1-minute inversion fair value gap, which I wanted to get previous entries on to up into this fair value gap, but I got in after we started to make that some legs down. But it's all right. I mean, New York just opened, so that's what you would expect it to do. And coming on to Euro USD now. It was kind of like the same play here. Made a stupid mistake again. We had this 1 hour gap. Again, didn't check for the fib to see whether we're in a premium or discount. But I was kind of just following the trend here to seeing what market gave me, because I don't really like reusing these gaps because, um, or like to me, they don't really hold much value. But I guess that we could have. This is internal sweep to external high sort of play going on here. Um, as it was in the leg, it was mitigated. We did have sweeps above it. We could have targeted an internal low, but I was kind of thinking of the bigger play here. To continue to take out these lows, even these lows as well. Or if we wanted to reverse somewhere, it would be from these lows here. Um, but again, stupid, didn't check. I bought into a premium. Even though it's just a confluence, it does help distinguish between good fair value gaps and bad ones. So on this trade, coming into market opening, I marked out my liquidities, and as soon as London opened, we kind of just ripped. Um, yeah, London open here. We had a manipulation of low time frame before continuing up higher. So following that, I was thinking that we could continue the trend, you know, um, turning this 1 hour gap into an inverse. But that's not what we did. We got stopped out super quickly. Um, so for this trade, we we were at the time respecting this gap here, and I could see that bearish pressure was starting to slow down, and so I went into the 1 minute. And what am I looking for? I'm looking for an inversion fair value gap to see if we can, start turning those bearish POIs into bullish ones. We had a perfect execution here. Um, I took it as soon as we came out here, uh, on this candle here, or somewhere around this candle. I mean, pips, spreads would have been around here, but I took that trade, and you can see that we continued up for a bit. But what did we do? We swept out these highs before continuing down lower. And again, market just opened for New York. So what do? We swept out these lows, even these lows. Actually, yeah, we kind of just manipulated these lows here and continued ripping. So I think my plan coming for tomorrow, I think I'm just gonna see, like, I'm gonna draw out like my liquidity and see where price wants to go. Like if we're ripping up, we're ripping and we're getting past these highs, these highs, these highs, these highs. Where does price want to go? To definitely fill in this gap, to sweep out these highs, to maybe even these highs. So if I do want to take a trade, it should be early on when the market's open. I want to see like maybe a low time frame sweep before continuing down lower. But again, market was quite choppy. Um, it was very, very choppy, and I tried to get in when it wasn't choppy. But again, I bought into a liquidity sweep, which um, yeah, I bought into a liquidity sweep, and plus on the structure here on the 1 hour, we just filled in equilibrium as well. So this is a valid fair value gap because it's in the premium to push down lower, at least you know to secure some profits here for sure. This was definitely a stupid trade. Is buying into a fair value gap, not letting it make its move, and you know I should be expecting, or like my bias should have been sales. Once we got to this fair value gap, but no, I was super super hungry for a trade. I should have not taken it, but it's another lesson to be learned. Um, Again, slowly learning, but I think that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. So tomorrow, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna look at what market's doing. I'm gonna be like, okay, cool, we're in this leg here. Let me see. See what's premium, what's discount. If we want to buy up to this area, or like even up to these, doesn't even have to be equilibrium. It could be because there's nothing really here at this level. But what's above it? These liquidity spots, these liquidity areas, this fair value gap here. And what did price do? Shot back down again. Oh, maybe. Who knows? Um, but yeah, I should look in and be like, hey, are we in a premium or a discount? If we're in a discount, okay, cool. Let's see if we can find a low time frame, break a structure, even low time frame manipulation to go up higher. Um, and yeah, rather than waiting an hour or two, just to like get up here, it'll be like 12 o'clock already. You don't want to be in the charts for that long. Um, but yeah, two stupid losses today. Definitely learned my lesson. It's funny that I drew up these POIs and still decided to buy up into them. Such an idiot, but we learn, we live, we learn on the road to profitability. Hopefully make it out with this trading shit. But we'll be grinding. I will definitely be grinding. We'll be grinding, we'll be learning, and yeah. Hope you boys won today. If you guys did, let me know what pair and what are some confluences you use. I'm all for it. Um, all for the homies winning. That's me. But yeah, definitely learning, still learning. Um, and won't stop till we get there, till we get there for sure. But I hope you guys have a blessed night or morning wherever you guys are from. And yeah, have a good one. Good night. Good night. Good night.